Word on the street is that King Harris's pregnant girlfriend, Big Nana, has been controlling King and emotionally manipulating him for the past few months. Things are about to get really messy in T.I. and Tiny's house. With her sights set on the money, she has been accused of baby-trapping King Harris and using her pregnancy to secure a place in T.I.'s household. I told King Harris that this romance was doomed from the beginning, pointing out that Big Nana seems more interested in the money than in love. Therefore, T.I. isn't having any of it. To be honest, T.I. has played the game long enough to know what is real and what isn't. He has stated unequivocally that he will not allow Big Nana to control their family dynamic or financial resources. He's already told King that he won't be financially responsible for Big Nana or the baby, leaving King with no choice but to step up and take responsibility for his growing family, despite being caught in a complicated situation. If you haven't figured this out yet, take a seat and allow me to explain. Since their children were beginning their own families, we all assumed that T.I. and Tiny were starting to appreciate their role as grandparents. T.I.'s son Damani recently became a father, and Tiny's daughter Zonique gave birth to a girl in 2020. King Harris is having a child with his fiancée, while T.I. disclosed in an interview with Hot 107.9 that he and his wife were expecting another grandchild. Even though he joked that he would raise the children to torment Harris, it was evident how upset he was when discussing King Harris becoming a parent, knowing how much responsibility and change it would bring.
My son on the way.
Wow.
King's about to have a son.
King's about to have a son. Congrats.
Yeah. And I told him I'm gonna make this the greatest gangster of all time. I will raise this child to torture you the way that you tortured me. I promise you, there will be an indictment in this young one.
T.I. was disappointed upon learning that King Harris's girlfriend was far older than him. He cautioned him against letting his guard down after learning of the relationship, saying she was only in his life to make money and wasn't interested in developing a sincere relationship with him. Given that they don't have the best father-son relationship, it may not be shocking for T.I. to openly express his disapproval of his kid. It was during a game a few months ago that we learned about this. King streamed live on Instagram, allowing viewers to watch the entire event unfold. As King kept shouting, T.I. intervened, saying, "I stand on the business." T.I. intervened again, telling King that his ranting, tough guy demeanor and gangster-like behavior were embarrassing both him and the family, which only intensified the tension between them.
What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking. Ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself and the family. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. Hey, what is she talking about? Well, you can't do nothing with me. Shit you can do with me.
After a violent argument, T.I. put King in a headlock to demonstrate to him that he was his father and should be treated with respect when he was around. Following the altercation during the game, Harris reportedly had another confrontation with T.I., accusing him of abusing him and leaving him in the ghetto. Harris had been attempting to sell the story that he was a suffering youngster who lived in the hood, as most rappers do, over the past few months. Fans, however, quickly pointed out, "You are T.I.'s son, so hold on. You all reside in a mansion within a gated community and your father is a multimillionaire." King Harris then opened up about his upbringing in the hood. More details came to light within hours, proving that he is in fact involved with hood life. It was disclosed that Harris's grandmother, who resides in the neighborhood, raised him. Harris was different from other children because, despite growing up in the neighborhood, his parents were well off and met all of his needs. Harris then revealed in the video that he only had the opportunity to visit T.I. when they were preparing to film an episode of Family Hustle, and he would leave as soon as the camera stopped rolling. It's clear that his connection to T and Tiny was primarily linked to their public life, not their private family bond.
Hey man, it's a lot about that TV show, man, that got people confused. Because I live with my grandma. You know, we'll go to the house on like a weekend. They'll say, hey, we shoot today. We need y'all at the house. They'll come get me from my grandma's house. And right after we done, when the cameras go off, right back.
The fact that none of T.I.'s children live with him and only spend time with him during TV show filming indicates that King wasn't the only child who felt abandoned. Zonique was found to have stayed with Tiny's mother. According to Zonique, Tiny and T.I. traveled frequently, did practically everything together, and were always together, which left little room for the children to have a stable family presence. This has left an emotional scar on their relationships.
Okay, so I would say what hurt me would be like, honestly, like my mom being like with Tip all the time.
Damn.
Like,
Timestamp that.
not times that. I feel like even now and today, like that's how it is. Like they're just tied to him. But now I'm grown, so it's like I can't really. But it's like they rather go places with each other. So anytime he gotta go, she gotta go. She gotta go, he go. It's just like.
It's crazy to be wealthy yet ignore your kids. But even though T.I. wasn't always around, he constantly gave his son King Harris opportunities and guidance. Insiders say T.I. told King that he would have problems with Big Nana because she was just interested in money, not love. Big Nana became pregnant a few months later. According to people close to King Harris, Big Nana thought that bearing his child would make her famous and earn her a sizable settlement from his family. She has therefore been influencing him emotionally and trying to get him to avoid his parents, manipulating him into thinking they were his true obstacles to success. Big Nana has come under fire from T.I. for what she is doing to King Harris. Additionally, insiders claim that he accused her of using his son because she was older and more experienced. King simply lacked the intelligence and made a mistake in dating an older person. That's not all, though. T.I. made it clear to Big Nana that she would never be able to use deceit to gain access to the family's money. He stated unequivocally that King Harris would be financially responsible for her and the child, and that he would not be. Therefore, if she is prepared to take King Harris seriously, they should have a conversation about their desired future together without the influence of outside manipulation. Criticism of King Harris following his baby mama's betrayal sparked discussion among fans, who commented that T.I. was merely attempting to keep his child from spending as much time in and out of jail as he did. However, despite your best efforts to safeguard them, children still make terrible decisions throughout their lives. King, however, found what he sought: ratchetness and the hood. She will demonstrate to him what financial reality is all about. Observe. Since he is 20 years old and no longer requires T.I.'s help, it makes no difference. After all that discussion about his father, he is now on his own. He now needs to consider how he will raise a child without his father's wealth. Recall that you claimed he wasn't your dad. Do you believe that T.I. is merely exaggerating, or do you think that what he has done so far is acceptable? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Then, watch this subsequent video.